Yeah, that's it, take care.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It's Walt, back with you for another edition of Runway DFW After Dark. We'll start our program for reals in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at this big old UPS 747 on its way to somewhere I don't know because I haven't gotten my flight radar out yet. So hang on there for a second. It's going to Louisville, 747-8. I think it is rolling.
Very good. Golf 8 short of 1 in left, record 2152. Alright, cross 111, Golf 8 over ground, 2152, good night. Alright, go across 18 left on Alpha, then 65 on the bridge, American.
That's pretty much what our poster was tonight, except we don't see the transmission towers of Cedar Hill tonight because visibility ain't that great. So off it goes to Louisville, and let us commence the festivities here on Runway DFW After Dark, shall we?
With a camera. The following program comes to you in color.
So, who's ready for some relaxing aviation television after dark? It's Walt coming to you from DFW International Airport from Founders Plaza. We are tonight, once again, coming to you from atop the Super Samu Sprinkler Avoidance Mobile Unit. No, would they turn on the sprinklers on a night like this where it's 49 degrees? Well, I hope not, but we're ready for that in any event. Thank you so much for stopping by this evening for Runway DFW. That camera went a little bit askew. There is one of at least two MD-11s yonder. Colin Latimer says, first time I've made the intro, Walt. Amazing way to relax this evening. Thanks for the great broadcasts, as always. Much appreciation. Channel member Robin M says, Walt definitely makes the most relaxing stream. We've got a celebration for Brian Miller, celebrating 7 months of membership. Good evening, Walt, with the radio voice. Thank you. Heath Shelton wonders, where's my smoking jacket when I need it? Maybe we should have that as a as one of our some of our merch. We should have a Runway DFW After Dark smoking jacket. That's a great idea, Heath. The Random Spotter, FTHL Luke, is one of our moderators and a channel member. He says that's sweet, smooth jazz. It's Runway DFW After Dark. Chip says, looks like it's coming in sepia tone. Yeah, that does look good. I think it's all the mercury vapor lights. I don't think there's anything wrong with the camera. I don't think. I haven't made any adjustments in that way. The thing they did do is put on a neutral, not a neutral density, but a UV filter. Maybe that's doing it, because I hadn't tried that yet. We've got our first arrival of our broadcast. It's an American Eagle flight coming in from San Angelo, Texas. CRJ 701ER flight number 3264. So let me see. We'll make an A-B comparison here. That's what we can do. We will look at this MD-11 with both of our cameras. To see whether there's any difference here. Well, you know, I think there might be. Yeah, that camera is definitely, this is our main camera, our camera A, is definitely more yellowish. Don't you say, wouldn't you say? I would say so. I'm going to take that filter off. We'll see if it makes any difference. I didn't screw it on too tight. I got the filter to kind of protect the lens in case we, if we wind up with any foul weather. This is our most expensive lens. And now, of course, I can't get the filter off.
Okay, you're right on Yankee behind the 7365 on the other side of the bridge.
It is knurled or knurled. The ring of the filter is, but it seems to be on very inexplicably tight. Well, I may have to leave it on for tonight. We may have to suffer through kind of an orangey glow on that camera. All right, well, enough of that. I can't, what can I do? Evelyn MD says, wahoo. I see A-list flyer Chris in there.
Tower, the captain's out on 1300.
He says, and he's a channel member and a moderator, those towers stood out like a sore thumb Tuesday night. Reaching above the fog was the only thing we could see from the air, says he.
Nope, they ain't there. Yeah, nope.
Eminem Plane Spotting says, good evening all.
Tower, pull on.
Good evening to you, Eminem Plane Spotting.
I'll head over there, verify.
Ryan Paulding says, good evening, Walt, and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is good and ready for a fun, action-packed episode of Runway DFW. Enjoy, guys. Thank you, Ryan. Channel member Luke Jensen is here to say, good evening, Walt, and fellow airplane lovers from Farmers Branch right down the road. And there's the greeting from A-list Flyer Chris. So glad to have you with us tonight. Kevin Kelly, channel member, good evening, Walt. Sorry, can't stay up to watch. I will catch the replay later. Or the reply later, who knows? 757 Chip with a super sticker. Thank you for that $3 super sticker, Mr. Chip. Linda Kavinsky, channel member, says evening all. And Pip Hastings Aviation, who just finished a stream here, and I guess I just missed him, says, hey Walt, and hello to you, Pip. Well, it looks like we've got another American Eagle, this one a Embraer 175, arriving from Monterrey, Mexico, flight 3711. What am I going to do with that color scheme there? I don't know if you can see me in the distance there. I'm trying to unscrew this filter. I think that may be our...
9.18 left, American 1273.
Thing is, I don't want to damage the lens, you know? Ooh, I've got some purchase on it now. It is becoming disconnected here. Can you hear it being unscrewed? Kind of disappointed if this doesn't make a difference. Then what will I do? Okay, the filter has come off. Well, I think we still have the color issue. So maybe I'll have to reset the camera. I know our friend Kevin at Airline Videos Live was having some camera problems, which he surmised or deduced that were coming from the sun hitting or landing inside the viewfinder and turning off the camera. So I'm going to switch back to this. Turn off the old camera here for a second and let it fire up again. Then we'll get back to plane watching. saw a message there from our friend Kevin at Airline Videos Live. What does he have to say? Well, there's Kevin celebrating 9 months of membership. Walt, I've learned the hard way. These filters don't work well on these Sony lenses. I think I heard you talking about that the other day, Kevin. But in any event, it still appears that I've got kind of a sepia tinge going on camera 1. So, well, maybe if I have time later in the broadcast, I'll figure that out. In the meantime, we've got, let's see, we've got another UPS plane that's getting ready to back out over here. It's an Airbus A306 going to Chicago Rockford Airport. Just getting ready to get pushed back. Oh, there's another MD there. See, I couldn't see that with my eyeballs there, just behind the plane in front of us. So we've got at least 3 MDs here, and the plane I think we're looking for is coming out way in the back lot over here. I'm seeing if we're in any position to bring you a shot of it, and I don't think we are. So we'll just wait till it gets a little closer to our field of view. In case you're asking, Walt, where's that A380? Well, sometimes we're able to catch it if it's running a little late, but it left just as we were getting set up this evening, the British Airways Speedbird. So that's a no-go. For us, anyway, tonight. There's the East Tower of DFW Airport. Steven Solito says, I'm going to stay with you all for a few hours. I'm going to take a trip with family members. We're going to Houston, Texas International in the morning. Or Intercontinental. There is a cloud cover tonight. On the way down, I could see a big full moon through the window of the Super Samu as I was driving here. But it has disappeared beneath the clouds. All right, well, I do see now that we will shortly be seeing the A300 come out. Hey, Kevin, he has favored us with a $10 super chat. Maybe a reset, turn off and turn back on the Sony. Well, I did just do that. I may try it again. But for now, we're just going to have to squint our eyes and see if we can live with this for a bit. And you know what that sound means? It means my soundboard is acting up. I found out what the problem is. The soundboard has these buttons on it. And I just updated the firmware of our soundboard. And for some reason, it is triggering the buttons that play these sounds. So what I'm going to do here is turn down. I had that turned down. Yeah, I'll turn that down. Okay. I think we're good now. So thank you again for that suggestion, Kevin. We'll work on that as the evening goes on. Once again, this A300 is going to RFD Airport in the Chicago area. This is a 20-year-old A300 bird. And that was an Airbus A321 arriving from Las Vegas. American Flight 2376. So let me give a little plug for Kevin in Airline Videos Live. He'll be doing a broadcast tomorrow. I'm sorry, Kevin, if I can't remember if you're at the H Hotel or if you're at Clutter's Park. Can't remember which location you will be favoring tomorrow, but be sure to tune in for that. Lots of fun.
Departure, good day, American 843.
Maybe I just need some old-timey music for this sepia-toned camera. If I hit a white balance button, man, it looks like it's got looks like it's on a fixed balance for tungsten lighting.
Line up away, runway 18 left, yes, that's about it. One right, clear plane on board, 3560.
That's about as lit up as you'll see a UPS plane. They don't, somebody told us, I think it was A-list flyer Chris, that UPS does not light up its tails as many airlines do. And if they get an old plane and repurpose it, they just, I don't know, they unplug it or tell their pilots not to turn them on, but never seen a UPS tail lit up. Seems like kind of a wasted opportunity to proclaim your brand.
Line up and wait 18 left on road 3795.
Roger.
Off it goes to the vicinity of the Windy City. See, should we see if what the ceiling is here?
Roger, Whiskey Mike, cross 18 well, Foxtrot Alpha, ground on top there.
And there it goes. It's about 2,500 feet according to Flight Radar 24. We got anything to look at over there. Let's reposition here. It's a little better. See some planes in the West Tower.
What's actually carry over there with you or Mr. Brown?
You can stay with me for now.
We've got a Dreamliner coming in from San Antonio. That's an unusual arrival. We'll see that in a few minutes, an American Airlines Dreamliner. There's an American Eagle E-Jet. Coming to us from Brownsville, Texas, down there on the border. Oh wait, there's the
Take up 18 left, RNF to Laren on Boeing 30.
there are the towers of Cedar Hill. Did they just appear? I didn't see them earlier.
18 left, line for wait on Boeing 35, 45.
Kevin is telling us that his show tomorrow is 11 a.m. Pacific time, which would be 1 p.m. Is that 1 p.m. Central? Yes, 1 p.m. Central.
Runway direct bomb, flight 1721.
Josh Aldrich says, with all this fog, Josh being a channel member and one of our mods, with all this fog, you'd think we were in LA. LOL. Well, they've had their share of weather recently.
20 left, line up away American 1797.
Johnny Dodge, channel member and friend of the channel,
3795.
asks the musical question, has UPS ever had an all-brown plane, I wonder? Well, I've never seen one. Of course, they, you know, obviously their famous trucks are all brown, so maybe. Okay, I'm going to check my other, let's see here. The camera I have, our main camera, is so automatic. I've never really gotten all caught up in all of its menus. I've really never really had to do much to it aside from set it up for broadcasting. So when we have some downtime, I'll look to see if it's got any white balance controls I can manually adjust. I'm sure it does. All right, where was I here? This one. Exposure, white balance. White balance, daylight.
American 1679, 50 28 right, clear line, American 1679. FD Park, 1811 Pacific, takeoff, American 1797.
Aha. All right, everybody. Somehow our white balance got reset off of the automatic mode. So now let us compare cameras. That's a little better. Okay. Let's go over here at the Flight Radar 24. You can see all the planes. That's the gray area there is the airport property. We are kind of in the left top there. If you see Flight 1406 there, that's the closest plane we are hanging out to.
644, just outside Natty. They're going at 18 right, I'll make 3644.
That's looking a little better. This is Flight 1406 going to San Antonio, Texas. It's an Airbus A319. Just after 9 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone on Runway DFW. We should perhaps identify ourselves here. So just in case you're just joining us, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. My name is Walt. I am coming to you here from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas on this Thursday, January 25th, 2024. So settle on in. We'll just hang out together, watch the planes go by on Runway DFW After Dark. And yes, I should take the date out there. I'll work on that as soon as this plane takes off. I need more hands. All right, be gone. Thursday, January 25th. We have a flight arriving from Moline, Illinois. It's an American Eagle E-Jet, an Embraer 175. Now the next arrival is going to be that Dreamliner we talked about. It's 7878 coming in from San Antonio, Texas, which seems an unlikely origination point. It's only a 44-minute ride. So why would you have a Dreamliner on that flight? Well, maybe, let's see, it's flight 9782. Perhaps that flight number would give us an indication. Maybe it's a repositioning flight. I guess maybe we'll get a clue if it goes right to the hangar or if it goes to a terminal.
One 8,000 miles away, the American 1110.
I believe in the background there I saw the Turkish flight headed back to Istanbul. And also, I see lit up Singapore Airlines cargo flight 7951, which will be going to Brussels. And that's a 747-400 model. So, for you cargo lovers out there, we've got some of that on the way. Heath Shelton, who is one of our channel members. Where did that go? He has gifted 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Heath. And as a result, you'll see the names of our new members popping up on the screen there. Welcome to you. And thank you again, Heath. This looks to be American Flight 1110. It's an Airbus A319 going to Bakersfield, California.
Tower Sterling Club 13, ILS runway 18 right.
So because that 747 is going to Brussels, it could well be that we won't get a chance to see it take off from this side of the airport, because it might get redirected over to the west or to the east side of the airport. We're just going to have to see. And the as I suspicioned, that that American Airlines Dreamliner, which came in from San Antonio, is headed over to the hangar. This is
DFW Tower American 2024 on the ILS runway 18 right.
a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. 22-year-old single-engine plane.
Runway 18 right, hold short of taxiway Bravo, American 2020.
I do not. It says it's originating here. I don't know where it's going, though. So we welcome a new subscriber, Jay Williford. Hello, Jay. Here comes that Dreamliner that came in from San Antonio. Sarah, who you probably know as the real deal,
18 left, line on the way back at 1458.
celebrating 5 months of membership on Runway DFW. Hey, Walton Mods, it's been great watching. Thank you, Sarah. We appreciate your support. Mike Washka says, greetings, Walt, and everyone else this evening. I'm enjoying the stream. Thanks for being out there tonight. Well, I do have to say, it's a much more pleasant experience than, than the last time I was out here, which was Sunday morning, where the whole time I was here for 3 hours, well, it was like 4.5 hours between broadcast and setup and tear down. It was exactly 32 degrees or 33 degrees the whole time. And there was no sun. And I don't know, I was pretty miserable by the end of it.
Understand line up on way 18 left, American 2993.
Nevertheless, it was fun.
Delta 1306 outside of Papa 1 right.
Now look what we're about to see over here. It's our first MD-11 of the evening, going to Louisville. A little smoky start there. Watch this Dreamliner turn in after that arduous flight from San Antonio, Texas. And we'll be looking in this direction very shortly to see the arrival, or see the progress being made of the Singapore Airlines Cargo 747, which will appear from somewhere down there in the twinkly lights. Well, what do you know? There it is.
1458.
Kind of doing a little peekaboo right now.
When the right, clear land, hold short of Bravo, got 4033. When I right, clear land, hold short of Bravo, 13869.
There it is in all its four-engined glory. This is a 747-400 model. It will be 24 years old this September, so it's a 21st century plane, just barely.
RNAP back, take off line 11, American 2993.
I'd like to thank Caroline Langham for 7 months of membership of the channel. And she says, Walt, do you prefer doing streams in the super cold weather or the intense Texas heat? Can't believe how fast these 7 months have flown by. Well, I'm kind of more heat oriented, I would have to say. Yeah, we get to see Turkish flight 191, if I'm not mistaken. That's, no, 192. Flight 192, a 7879, off to Istanbul. A lot of times we see this plane go over the bridge to the east side of the airport, which we here at Runway DFW do not approve of, but we have to defer to the expertise of the guys and gals up there in the tower, because they know what's going on and I don't. That's still got a moment or two to chill. Here comes the MD headed to Louisville. Love seeing this plane. Love that we can bring it to you. As a plane we won't be seeing too much longer, relatively speaking. There it goes, synchronizing the world of commerce. posing for perhaps a future, kind of waving at us, isn't it? Well, we don't want to miss this one either. Once again, this is going to Brussels, Belgium. That golden tail lit up.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, mark out C-Park from 497 will come.
Well, it's trucking.
Open the breach end, 121 as well. 65 Singapore, and 921. American 25 9.
I spy with my little eye a super chat from RJ Luke, who says, Walt, how long is that flight from DFW to Louisville? Thank you for all the great content. I'm going to say it's probably about 2 hours. I don't think it'll be much more than that. We have another super chat from Marks the Spot. I got your MD-11 right here. $11 from Maryland. Get it? Okay. Thanks for the night sights. I get that. Very cool. Well, the Queen of the Skies is escaping our view there, going over the bridge to the east side. We'll try to catch it taking off. But maybe we'll get lucky with the MD-11. What do you think? MD is probably one of the most fun planes to watch take off. Antonio Sabatini says, greetings to all from Italia. Spent a few happy years in Arlington, Texas, close to DFW Airport around 10 years ago. Great memories. Well, it's good to hear from you, Antonio, and thanks for watching. I'll bet you probably wouldn't recognize Arlington from 10 years ago. Things change pretty fast here in North Texas. This once again is the Turkish Airlines Dreamliner. It's going to back to Istanbul, a very long flight. Yeah, I just looked through the viewfinder of the camera. I hardly ever do that. It looks pretty good through the viewfinder. It just doesn't, it's not really compatible with shooting on a tripod.
DFW Tower Envoy 3863 with you on the ILS 13 ready.
Now, if we get to hang out with you long enough tonight,
Envoy 3863 ILS 13 ready.
we'll should be able to see the American Airlines flight to Auckland, New Zealand. That comes in the 11 o'clock hour, right around 11 o'clock. There goes that big Dreamliner. Plane that just landed to the left there on the ground came in from San Diego, I should say. All right, now I haven't forgotten about you, Mr. MD-11, or Miss MD-11, as case may be.
Yes, sir. Flight left, flight aboard, Envoy 3601.
I'd like to extend the hand of friendship to Melbourne Flights Live, a channel member now for 8 months. And I do believe this is Australia Day. So how appropriate. Happy Australia Day. We've got another UPS plane now backing out. It's another Airbus A300 going to Ontario, California.
Clear to land. Hold short of taxi drop. Cross. Yeah, 335.
Alright, B Park, going live, clear for takeoff, Envoy 3601.
Short of land, left with kilo, right here. 1.1 left, American, and 2402.
Ajla Hadzik says, hi, I went plane spotting today. Got to see the American 777 and 787 Boeing. So, sounds like a good day. Well, while we're waiting for this plane to take off and a couple of others over there, let us take a look at American Flight 2115 arriving from Miami, the sun and fun capital of the world.
Departure, good night.
No, but 3848 ILS, 1 right. Right, clear to land, hold short, Bravo.
And here I am. I'm in the center there, in the back of that pickup truck, which we refer to as Super Samu, the super sprinkler avoidance mobile unit.
Takeoff 18 left, American 2402.
And
American 2071.
I'm positioned here because sometimes at night the DFW Airport turns on the sprinklers down where I'm usually posted in the grass. So by being up here, we get to, if the sprinklers come on, well, first of all, we're away from the grass, but second of all, we get to actually just be able to pull everything out of the way if that happens. We've had to do that once or twice. Hans Olaf Mork says Runway DFW is also one of my favorite channels here on YouTube. Well, YouTube is a pretty big place, and for us to get that kind of an accolade is very gratifying. So thank you, Hans. All right, let's see this thing fly off into the sky. Once again, it's going to Louisville, I think. Is that right? It's been so long. Yeah, Louisville.
Right, clear to land, Envoy 3460.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to this plane for coming to us all the way from the 20th century.
2071.
Hats off to the MD-11. And while we wait for that to take off, here comes an A300 getting ready to go out. So we've got them going and coming. Got out of the way just in time.
UPS 765, have a good night. RMFC Park, runway 18 left clear for takeoff, American 577.
And it's out of here.
American 2267.
There's that A300. Plane we're looking at here is bound for Denver. It's a 737-800. American Flight 577.
3872 inside heading for runway right.
Did I? Oh, you know what? I didn't have that punched up, did I? No. Well, you got to see it take off virtually. I kind of messed up there. Let's get back to the action here.
Departure, good night, American 577.
Let's see. Frankly Flying says, Walt, have you been to the Runway DFW penthouse recently? No. And the main reason for that is because the penthouse is over on the east side of the airport. That's the main reason we went there, to see east side activities for the first time. We did that, I think it was back in July. And the reason we haven't been back there is because shortly after that, one of the 3 north-south runways over there on the east side was closed. So that meant that we wouldn't be seeing as many flights from there. So once that reopens, which I think will be in the spring, I think we'll pay another visit to the penthouse. And if you want to see what it looked like, you can go back in our archives and take a look there. Graphic Sign and Design. We'd like to thank Graphic Sign and Design for 6 months of membership. Walt had 3 stents, heart surgery recovery, Runway DFW. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll try to keep it nice and calm here. Graphic Sign and Design. No big excitement here. We hope you're recovering well. But that sounds like it could take something out of you. Or I guess they put something into you, really, but you're feeling better. Arriving from Corpus Christi is this American Eagle Embraer 175, Flight 3872. Corpus Christi, Texas, down there on the Texas Gulf Coast. Kind of midway between Houston and in Mexico. Brian Svensson says, great to be in here. First time looking for Wellington Flights Live Kevin, LOL. He was in here before. Yeah, I didn't see him in here. If he checked in, I hate to miss him. Wellington Flights Kevin is a great YouTube broadcaster. I think you might have seen down there in the background. We kind of scrolled by it. Qantas Flight 8 headed back to Sydney on this Australia Day. There it is. 7879. Get ready to make that long trans-Pacific journey. Well, let's see what we got coming in here. We've got just about to arrive is American Flight 2651 from Los Cabos in Mexico. It's an Airbus A321. Yonder it comes.
2651 will be west side. Barnett B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 29.
18 left, line of wind, American 1084.
Don't see anything moving over there. Don't see anything at the moment.
Coming up on 81.
Echo 4, Echo with flying culture, 1 left.
Graphic sign and design says, Walt, thank you. Enjoy your streams. Well, we want you to get all better, so do what your doctor says. Douglas Serrano, haven't heard from you in a bit. He shares the information that the Qantas Dreamliner is on the move. TGW International says, hi, the stream is good. I heard a new airline is coming to DFW, Air India. Now, I haven't seen the confirmation on that. There's a lot of speculation about that. Air India getting some new planes. And I think they received the first of their new Airbus. I think they're Airbus A350s or maybe 330s. I can't remember. I think they'd have to be 350s to get here. But yeah, there's a lot of speculation about that, and we'll certainly be here for that. I was just looking up today. Something I really want to see. Now, I did catch a glimpse of it when I was at LAX for the Cranky Dork Fest last September, but the Condor is coming to Texas, but it's not coming to Dallas-Fort Worth. It's coming to San Antonio, of all places, and I believe that will only be the second country. Germany will be the second country from which you can get a direct flight from San Antonio. So it's pretty novel. And I'm seriously thinking about going to San Antonio to see the Condor plane. Of course, Condor is very well known for its relatively recent livery, which looks like beach towels. And it's very polarizing, that livery is, but I really like it, so we may go down to San Antonio for that. Never been to San Antonio for a plane spotting session. I don't even know if there's a place to go to hang out there. I'll have to do some research. Well, this is UPS flight 761. It's once again, it's an Airbus A300. It's going to Ontario, California, on Runway DFW. There it goes off to the left coast. Poof.
Over departure 18 and UPS 7200.
Well, there's Qantas Flight 8, the 7879 Dreamliner. The Spirit of Australia, which shows up very well at night. Everything's all lit up.
Right on board 3548.
The plane that's pointed to the right there is American Flight 2190. It's going to Silao in Mexico.
Line up away, 18 left, American 22, sorry, 092.
And it looks like the Sydney-bound flight is going to be in a little queue.
Line up away, running back, 092.
It's an American 737 coming in from San Antonio, Texas. John M. says, San Antonio, a city mentioned in a lot of country songs. Randy Bucksbaum says, Runway DFW, watch out for those sprinklers. Well, that's why we're in the Super SAMU, the Sprinkler Avoidance Mobile Unit. So, thank you, Randy. You know, I'd much prefer to be on the ground because it's, well, there's a little more room to spread out here because we're kind of stuck in a very small space.
Good evening, American 2403 103.
Line up away, runway 18 left, Dallas 4830.
This flight's going all the way out to El Paso in far west Texas. It's in a different time zone from here. It's the only nook of Texas that's not in the central time zone. El Paso's in the mountain time zone.
RNAV to depart, clear for takeoff 18 left, Dallas 4830.
Left off with American 1440. 1092, switching good night.
Frankly, Flying wants to know, is that truck a tax-deductible business expense? Well, the primary purpose of this truck, really the reason we have it, is because it is a hay conveyance for our horses. We've got 2 horses, and I think tomorrow morning I'll be driving this to the feed store to get, 6 or 7 bales of hay where I'm standing. If we cleared out our backup here? No, I don't think we have. I think they're just kind of parked up here. There's a Frontier flight. We haven't seen Frontier yet. I think I read this week that Frontier's got a whole passel of new destinations from DFW this summer, or later this year, starting in, I guess, the spring, I think. That Frontier plane with Mitch the Wolverine on the tail We'll be going to Phoenix. It's an Airbus A321-200. There's an American Airlines flight coming in from Atlanta. I don't see too many Atlanta arrivals on this side. Typically they land over on the east side. But
Clear takeoff 18 left, RW partner at 1203.
and that plane taking off there is going to Los Angeles, American Flight 1446.
Which 46? Good night.
Left side, 45 feet.
This is Flight 1203, American Airlines, and Airbus A321. This is going to Phoenix, Arizona. I do believe I hear the Qantas pilot. He's getting ready to roll off to Sydney. Qantas Flight 8, the big 787-9 Dreamliner. So we've got a pretty good percentage tonight of the heavies departing on this side. We did miss that Singapore cargo plane taking off from the east side. Guess we had other things to think about. I think I hear another UPS plane getting ready to head off into the evening. And we got a nice head-on shot here, so let's give that to you. That is Flight 767. But it's not a 767, it's an MD-11. It, too, is going to Louisville, the way same destination as the last MD-11 we saw.
A blast from the past, 1992.
So we salute this 20th century aeroplane. 31 years old. Oh, I see Wellington Flights live there in the chat room. Hello, Kevin.
5818 left, American 2550.
The random spotter. Tri-jet, tri-jet. Jay Payne spotter, channel member, and a prolific contributor here on YouTube. Check out his channel for all sorts of cool planes that take off from up there in Washington State from the Boeing factory.
RNAV to B Park, clear for takeoff, American 2503.
This one's on the move.
Go ahead for 767. Okay, we'll cross 18 right with Whiskey Foxtrot and line up and wait 18 left at Whiskey Foxtrot, UPS 767 heading. Have Super 9 American 2503.
Once again, this is going to Louisville. Will it be a turn and burn? We welcome a new subscriber by the name of Andy Joy. Thank you, Andy.
RNAV to B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, UPS 767 heading.
Yeah, that plane did not put on the brakes. There it goes. There it goes off on what looks like a 45-degree angle. I don't know if it is, but looks pretty close.
Push it to port. Good night.
We may be able to get at least a peek at a ABX Air 767. That plane has been lit up on the radar for quite a while. Down there in the cargo area here on the west side. Haven't seen it move though.
1802, leg right inbound, clear for the ILS to 18 right. 18 right, went cleared, land, American 1802. RNAV Park, lane left 50.
I thought I heard an accented transmission there. Sounded Australian. But, oh. Got an Embraer 190, no, so 170 coming in from Springfield here. American Eagle, Flight 3970. It looks to be a Gulf Stream of some sort here. Going to Oklahoma City. No, it's a Bombardier Global 7500. Net Jets.
Left lamp wait, American 1371.
Here's American 1371. It's an Airbus A320 going to Des Moines in Iowa. In the meantime, we've got Flight 1802 arriving from Austin, Texas, the state capital. It's a 787, or 737-800. We thank Phil's748 for becoming our newest subscriber here on the channel. Kevin of Wellington Flights Live says, ooh, what is the WFL corporate jet doing here? Yeah, and why is it going to Oklahoma City instead of Wellington, New Zealand, Kevin? Kind of see the cloud cover there in the background of this shot. Kind of quieted down here for just a little bit. We'll have some more action coming up, but I don't see, well, yeah, the nearest flight I see, we've got a flight from Omaha, Nebraska coming in, a 737-800 American Flight 2070. I'll be here in about 2 minutes. We turn our camera over to the East Tower. Well, what better time then to tell you folks what we're up to here, if you have just tuned in. You are watching the smooth jazz sounds of Runway DFW After Dark. We come to you from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. Specifically, we are here at Founders Plaza, the official viewing area of this big airport. Thank you for tuning in. We've probably got about another hour or so of broadcasting in us. So if you can hang out, I hope you will, here on Runway DFW After Dark. Just for the record, it's Thursday, January 25th, 2024. There's our official poster that lured you in to this broadcast tonight. We kind of saw that same shot earlier. That's a UPS 747 taking off. Although when it took off, I don't remember seeing those TV transmission towers there in the background. Maybe I just overlooked it. Well, what I'd like to do now is, because I tend to forget these things, and it's very important to me, is to acknowledge all the people who make this broadcast possible. And that is our official channel sponsor, whose name you probably know. It's James Webb. I want to give a shout out to James Webb for giving us the ability to bring you these spectacular After Dark pictures. So thank you again, James. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our quad jet members here at Runway DFW. This was pre-produced this afternoon at 1 o'clock Central Time. 757 Chip, you saw him here in the chat, along with A-list flyer Chris, one of our mods, Speaker and Honeydew, Beve, Cubs Win, Deborah Klein, Dwayne C., James Webb, our mod Josh Aldrich, Kansas Ave Geek, Lori M., Michelle R.S., another one of our mods, Pete Nordine, R. Bauer 25, Raina Taylor, our official equestrian champion of Runway DFW, plus Skittles and Will Hutchison, our quad jet members. Thank you so much to all of you. And now you will see scrolling by in the bottom of your screen all the other people who on a monthly basis are making this channel work for us. So thank you to all of you. It means a lot. Our next arrival is flight 1997 from Los Angeles. It is an Airbus A321. It's American flight 1997.
American 2270, where you parked it? American 2270 at Whiskey Lima Cross, runway 18 left, head to the Foxtrot Alpha, on the ground point 65 on the bridge.
Alright, Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and then Foxtrot Alpha over to ground on the bridge.
So that Los Angeles flight's still a little bit out.
Thanks for the heads up. We'll roll all the way to Alpha.
In fact, if we go over to our flight radar, you see where it says flight radar 24 at the top? Well, just to the left of that is where we should be seeing the flight from Los Angeles appearing on the screen as it, there it is. So now we'll be able to See if we can train our mighty camera over there in that direction. Coming to us through the trees. New subscriber by the name of Thomas Sieber has joined us. Thank you, Thomas. If you're a new subscriber, after 10 minutes, you can not only look at the chat, but also participate in it. And I hope you will, if you are up to it, if you want, you can poke your head in there and say hello to everybody, Thomas. If not, that's okay. You can just lurk. Lurk is not a bad word here at Runway DFW. I confess to doing a lot of lurking while I do my regular job. Got 2 screens where I do my job. Got an iPad where got some all news TV going, and I monitor my TV station's broadcasts. And then I've got over on the other side, I've got my notebook open to one of the many great streams that come to us from airports all around the world, like Wellington Flights Live and Airline Videos Live. I pay special attention to those. I was watching Pip Hastings' Aviation this afternoon because he was right here at the airport for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, I think. It's quiet now at the big airport. We do have American Eagle Flight 4022, which will be making the scene here from Midland in about a minute. It's going to be a E-Jet, an Embraer 175 LR. So once again, we'll be looking from afar as that plane comes into view. 182Q KFTW says a Boeing business jet, BBJ 737 is 30 miles out. Well, be interesting to see. Thank you for alerting us to that. There it is.
Out of Bay Park, here for takeoff, 18 left, American 787.
I bumped my tripod. Approaching the flight line. Well, I guess it's actually taking off now. Is that what I was looking at? Yes, I believe this to be American Flight 1774. It's an Airbus A319. And it's going to Eugene, Oregon. Have I seen a plane go to Eugene, Oregon from here? Is that a new route or route?
Left, line up and wait, American 2390. Good night.
By the way, if you're a new member of the channel and you saying, "Where's my name on the honor roll there?" It's because I have to prepare that bunch of names in advance. So it represents our members as of this afternoon. So look for your name on our next broadcast if you're a new member.
18 left, RNAV B park, clear for takeoff, American 2390.
And our source says it looks like that BBJ may be going to Love and not DFW, unfortunately. Okay, well that kind of almost makes more sense because they get a lot of business or corporate traffic over at Love Field. In addition to all the Southwest traffic that comes into North Texas. Because if you haven't noticed by now, Southwest does not fly to DFW. Although that may soon change. Southwest, which is based in Dallas, has made some inquiries as to establishing a presence here at DFW. DFW, the airport which received its first flights 50 years ago this month. So we're celebrating 50 years of DFW Airport.
Runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Envoy 34 on board.
But Southwest has never flown here. There may have been I remember one occasion where a Southwest flight had to land here because it was diverted from Love Field for whatever reason. This was many years ago. I don't know how many times that's happened. Probably more than once, but probably not more than a handful of times. It's American Eagle Flight 3404, number 175, going to Manhattan, Kansas. I think we now have finally gotten through our entire membership list. Thanks again to all of you members out there. Temperature holding steady at 49 degrees Fahrenheit. We have another aircraft type, which we haven't seen yet this evening, backing out.
All right, good night.
This is a 767, and this is going to RFD Airport in the Chicagoland area. It's a 10-year-old 767-300. Scheduled to depart at 10:10 p.m., so it's a couple minutes late. Sadi B says, ooh, happy birthday, DFW. Well, we should play our happy birthday music for DFW Airport. And for all of our good viewers who have a birthday this month, this one's for you. Happy birthday from Runway DFW. So let's listen to this big 767 rev up here. And I don't think this has any competition to take off here. It is destined for RFD Airport in Rockford, Illinois. Not too far from Chicago.
Where you go, Mike 45? One left on the way, Mike 45.
So there are still 3 UPS planes adjacent to us here at the Founders Plaza, one of which is another MD-11. Plane you see in the background is off to Austin, Flight 455, American Airlines.
UPS 753 Heavy.
see what I did there? We just switched from our daytime graphics to our nighttime graphics. I don't know how I got over to the daytime graphics, which are blue. Our nighttime graphics are black and white. Wait, where's our temperature? Can I turn off the temperature? Oh, there it is.
RNAV to B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, UPS 753 Heavy.
Tower American 2427 over on Lake 3 ILS 28.
American 455, good night.
Runway 18 right clear to land, American 24.
Heavy contact departure. Good night.
Switching to departure, you as well, UPS 753 Heavy.
Well, we're about to clear another UPS plane out of the parking lot here. It's another 767. This is flight 793. It will be on its way to Louisville. Mark Powell commenting on that last UPS flight we saw, likening it to a hot rod takeoff light load tonight, says he. And Johnny Dodge noting that it's about 2,500 feet in altitude before it disappeared. Mike Higgins, thank you for subscribing and hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate that.
2900 on ILS 120. Left hand, 2900.
Hey, there's Skittles. Hello, Skittles. A Quadjet channel member. Good evening, Walt Mods, fellow airplane enthusiasts. Glad to see you all. Always glad to see you, Skittles. Skittles was kind enough to send a holiday package my way. And one of the things was coffee. And only this week did we have a chance to brew that coffee at Runway DFW World Headquarters. I didn't do it. Mrs. Runway DFW did it. So thanks to her. It was delicious. So thank you again for your kind, thoughtful gifts. Skittles.
Left, clear for takeoff, RNAV, B Park, Delta 1002.
We are about to see Spirit Airlines Flight 2903 arriving from Phoenix, Arizona. Gonna be an Airbus A320neo. We'll tear away from this aircraft in a moment. Oh, and I see Beve, one of our great mods and channel members. Thank you for being here, Beve. I think she was just lurking. That's okay. All right, well, here comes the yellow bird. Let's take a look at that. Once again, arriving from Phoenix. And the blinding light of UPS 767 there. It's got its high beams on, I think. UPS with worldwide services, Runway DFW broadcasting its signal around the world thanks to our overlords at YouTube.
Take off on line. 4020.
I usually mention this. We don't see any passenger
Runway 18 left, lap away, UPS 783.
767s or 757s here at DFW Airport anymore.
We're going west.
We'll occasionally see a charter flight, usually a sports charter,
Thank you, Bill.
with one of those types of planes on a fairly regular basis, but no scheduled flights in and out of here with the 76s or the 75s. Which is a shame. They're fun to see. But we do have them in cargo configurations. So there's at least that. Well, we've been on the air now for 2 hours. Here in the darkness.
RNAV, Beat Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, UPS 793 Heavy.
Probably stick around for another 30 minutes, maybe a little more.
Departure Envoy 4020, have a good night. Departure EPS 793 Heavy, good night.
Good night. Well, there is one of only two UPS planes left in the yard over yonder. Well, this is a good time to do a little chatting with everyone because it ain't nothing happening here at the moment as we look over at the map. Well, you see there's a bunch of planes there, just nothing taking off or landing in our immediate vicinity. We can do this, or can we? Let's see. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a minute. Well, let's see if I can get this accomplished here. Be patient with me. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay. Here we go. A full moon. So the skies have cleared directly above us. The moon is almost directly above us right now. And there it is.
Yeah, we're ready. Arnett, B Park 111, clear for takeoff, Envoy 4111.
I have to stand very still here in the bed of the F-150 so you don't see a wiggly moon. Well, there it is. We do have a plane now approaching the starting gate over here at runway 18 left. This looks to be American Eagle Flight 4111 to Wichita on Embraer 175. heading off into the night. It's a little dark, I think. I'll have to dial up the gain on the camera to get the look we were giving you a little earlier. It's a little less grainy, but it's definitely more dark.
Over to departure, Runway 4111, good night.
American 2628, DFW Town, FDB Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
American 2628.
I see Barbara P. Sterling here. Barbara, we know that you were laid up for a bit. We heard about that, and I hope you're feeling better. Alexandra Monet. It's a beautiful name. Says hello from San Antonio. Great visuals on the stream tonight. Thank you, Barbara. Well, it's a nice thing about broadcasting from an airport. I mean, you got it all laid out in front of you as far as the visuals go. Just got to point a camera at it. Barbara P. Sterling has been kind enough to gift 5 Runway DFW memberships. So thank you, Ms. Sterling, for that. Much appreciated. And you'll see the names of our newest members. All right, here's American Flight 2868. It is a 737-800. It's off to Omaha, Nebraska.
Runway 3704, Whiskey Hotel, Whiskey Fox. Whiskey Hotel.
Hard up liner, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 45.
So that plane just barely lifts off, and we've got the next flight going out.
American Flight 628, good night.
American Flight 485 to McAllen, Texas. Down there along the border. Well, here we are in the back of the truck
Good night, American 45.
to bring you all the action from one of the busiest airports in the world, celebrating its 50th anniversary this month.
Roger, Larry, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Runway 3704.
The actual birthday, the 50th anniversary of the airport beginning operations was on the 13th of January. We were here on that day. They did have some things going on over at the terminal. They had a flash mob of people dressed up in 1974 era clothing and dancing and singing. You probably don't have to look too hard to find that on the socials. It looked like it was fun. We didn't see it from where we are. We just saw planes coming and going as usual.
18 left on Wood, Envoy 3412.
Is this the ABX here? I think we finally can see the ABX Air cargo plane going to Cincinnati.
Roger, you have a good night, 37 Strong. American 1974 is regular ILS 18 right.
It's a 767.
Clear land 18 right, American 1974.
See if I can get ahead of it far enough to give it a little salute here.
1 left, clear for takeoff on board 3412 to land.
Well, this one goes way back. There we go.
1999.
No. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, strike that.
1989.
Yes, that's how old this plane is. 34 years. I bet it's got a story to tell. Typically, this flight does go over the bridge to
Good night, Envoy 3412.
the east side for departure. Although I've seen it take off on the west side occasionally. But the trajectory it is taking will send it over the bridge.
Alright, Larry, white left, clear taking 13588.
American Flight 1974 will be next, coming in from Las Vegas. And we want to thank Skittles for a $35 tip. Grateful to be here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Skittles. You are very kind and generous. Here comes Flight 1974.
Envoy 3569, we need to hold short for another minute or two, waiting for our flight attendant. Hold short, 1 left, full of eyes, Envoy 3569.
Spirit 1200 over netting. We'll be parking west, and we're clear to land 18 right, Spirit 1200.
Alexandra Monet talking about the 767 we just saw. Says, I'm only 3 years older than that plane. I guarantee it's running better than I am. I think not. You're only as young as you feel. So don't feel old. It's my motto. So we can go on 747 watch here to see if we've got anything coming in. There is a Cargo Lux 747 coming in from Anchorage. However, it's an hour and 10 minutes away. I don't think I have it in me to wait up for that. I do have to work in the morning, so I guess we'll miss that one. Sorry, folks. Sometimes we get a late Queen of the Skies coming in, but tonight, not so much. We got a flight coming in from Los Angeles. Spirit Airlines Flight 1200. And Spirit, a lot of speculation about Spirit and its future now that a judge has put the kibosh on its planned merger with JetBlue. JetBlue and Spirit have both gone into the judge and say, we want to appeal that. So we'll see what happens with that. Flight 3879, American Eagle to Wichita, and Embraer 175 is rolling down the runway. I saw a couple planes there headed to the hangar area. Here's the plane that's going to Wichita.
Hold short runway 18 left at Wichita, fairly
I saw a tail over here. What was that?
Alright, cross runway 18 left at Wichita.
That's Iberia.
Over departure, good night, at 1:30.
Iberia flight 6148. Airbus A330-200. And it'll be off to Madrid. It'll be coming our way, but typically that plane does get dispatched from the east side.
Runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, on flight 3732. Line up, please, runway 18 left, American 2378.
The random spotter says, wow, y'all, 475 likes can get to 500. I think we can. I think we can. Yeah, click your heels together. Go hit that like button now. No better time to do the easiest thing you can do to help Walt and the channel. Thank you for that, Luke. Alexander says, I forgot that DFW was an international hub. Don't know how I forgot that, LOL. Well, you may be confused. Maybe you're thinking of the original name of DFW Airport 50 years ago. It was called DFW Regional Airport for a few years before it got internationalized. There were international flights when it started, but they just chose the name Regional. It's American Flight 2378 going to Salt Lake City. Airbus A321. Keep going back to this image of the lonely MD-11 waiting for its next assignment. One of but two UPS planes that are sitting there. But don't worry, they won't be, if they're going to be here overnight, they won't be lonely for long because there'll be all sorts of UPS flights coming in overnight. In the middle of the night. Hey, we talked about this before. This is the flight to Auckland. Are you still with us? Wellington Flights Live. The 7879. We salute Mary Extraordinaire for being a member of this channel for 8 months now. Thank you, Mary. And this aircraft laden with fuel for the long, long journey to Kiwi Land is just now lifting off. Have a safe journey.
Hello, Tower Square 715, we're on the ILS 28 range. Over to Park America 35.
AP channel member says there was a Volaris diversion to DFW this afternoon.
Roger,
It had been destined for Mexico City. Destined for Chicago from Mexico City, and it got turned around to Dallas. I was watching that on Flight Radar this afternoon, and made all sorts of circles there, I think around Quincy, Illinois. It got almost to Chicago, and they turned it around to come back here, probably because this is a destination for Volaris, and maybe they could get the passengers on another plane if it got here. Well, there's Skittles being all generous again, gifting 5 Tri-Jet memberships to our viewers. So we will see the parade of new viewers or new members. Jeffrey Boo, who's been a member before.
18 left, line up away. Occupied 34,
MP78, another new member.
64, contact departure, good night.
Good night, American 2554.
Andy Ivy. Frontier headed off to Las Vegas with Lewis, the Greater Sage. Is it a grouse? Is that it? Greater Sage grouse. That's what's on the tail of that Airbus A320. Spirit flight coming in from Orlando, Florida.
Go departure, good night, American 357.
Flight 1015 in Airbus A321.
Line number 18 left, pass 4870.
Aviation, well, we're
We're on the
hitting buttons all over the place here. Aviation Geek says DFW is one busy airport at night. Yeah, it is indeed. When there as predicted, or here as predicted, goes the Iberia flight off to Madrid, over the bridge,
Roger, Whiskey Lima, cross 181, ground on the other
off to the east side for dispatch.
Start on 866, ILS 20 right.
So that might have been our last opportunity to see an international flight, or at least an international airline tonight while we're here. Have we seen Delta yet? I don't think so, but we will in just a moment. Flight 866 arriving from Minneapolis, St. Paul aboard an Airbus A320. We have another anniversary here. Barbara P. Sterling celebrating 5 months of membership. Great channel, Walt. Glad to be a part. Hugs to all. And we give you a great big hug back from here in North Texas.
18 left, line up and wait, American 1999.
All right, what are we going to look at? We're going to find that Delta flight coming in. Somewhere beyond the trees there, you can kind of see it illuminating the kind of misty sky. There you go. Look at one of the older planes in Delta's flight, Delta's fleet.
1992.
A 31-year-old aircraft still carting passengers around. American flight 1999 off to Los Angeles. This is a 737-800. I would say most of the American flights to LAX are of the Airbus A321 variety. I think they fly 1 777 a day on that route. Last I checked, Los Angeles is still the top destination from Dallas-Fort Worth. Let me double check here. Yes, 128 flights betwixt here in LAX over the next 7 days, according to Flight Radar 24. Los Angeles being one of 247 airports around the world where you can get a direct flight from here to. We've got another kind of rush here. There you see Flight Radar. We are looking over the left side of the screen there. And in addition to her generosity, being a channel member and gifting memberships, Barbara P. Sterling with a $50 super chat. Walt, for your stream, this we support. Stay safe and keep well. Well, I don't consider that we support, Ms. Sterling, so thank you very much for that. And I hope once again that your recovery is going well. I know there's been a lot of people thinking about you. All right, off to Phoenix goes an Airbus A321neo. Kind of saw it go out of the picture. We'll catch up with it here.
Berlin, 18 right, American 633.
Just after 11 o'clock here in the central time zone of the USA. Just checking over on the east side to see what the status of that Iberia jet is. It's hard to make out on that map there without zooming into it, but it looks like it's either next or second next to take off. We'll try to bring you that if we possibly can. That, of course, is not what you're seeing there. We have a bunch of planes getting ready to take off. That is American Flight 662 to Denver, Colorado. The city by the bay. An Airbus A321. Now, I know that's wrong. It's from a movie, right?
On a play 1 left, 2568.
Going back to the flight to Phoenix.
Land 18 left, takeoff rate 2568.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the flight going out to Denver. I'm confusing myself
Line
now.
away 18 left, American 331.
The flight coming in was from Phoenix. All right, let me see what the status of that Madrid flight is. I think can't tell, but I think that's going to be our last flight of the night if we can get a picture of it. Well, that's not a picture of anything. There we go. Okay, it looks like the flight to Madrid is lined up to take off. We're going to see if we can see the tail. We'll be looking way in the distance here to see if we can see the tail of the Iberia flight. It'll be going from left to right.
By the way, 18 left, American 711.
There it is. So now we've got to just see if we can see through the murk here, see if we can see it taking off. So adios to our Madrid-bound passengers.
18 left, clear for takeoff, American 711.
And I think I'm going to say
785.
adios to you from here high atop the F-150 Super SAMU Sprinkler Avoidance Mobile Unit. Well, I'd like to thank you for being a part of Runway DFW After Dark. This is the time when we give a special shout out to our sponsor James Webb for his great contributions to this effort. Also to Airline Videos Live and Kevin for giving us some power, letting us use his batteries until he comes back to DFW. They'll be charged up for you, Kevin, don't worry. And what would we do without the Runway DFW Moderation Federation? Thanks so much to all of you who were here with us tonight, keeping things in order, saying hello to everybody and having fun. We will be back soon. I don't know exactly when yet. Let's see, today's Thursday. We'll try to be here this weekend sometime. So keep those bells notified. Thanks for the thumbs ups and thanks for the new memberships. Thanks for all the contributions tonight. And I think that's going to do it. From Runway DFW.
18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3344. American 636, 18 left, final flight.
See, I'm supposed to say something here, aren't I? Well, let's do this.
Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
DFW American 2467 outside. Clear to land 18 right American 2467. Departure, good night, goes 4850.
We hope you liked it, too late to change it now.